Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1982 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Kansas City Royals and the Detroit Tigers at Tigers Stadium. On the mound for the Royals today is Dennis Leonard, whose record is 14-4 with a 4.34 ERA. And pitching for the Tigers today is Tom Feiler, whose record is 4-1 with a 3.51 ERA. So yesterday, maybe the best day in the history of the Detroit Tigers. Dan Petrie came back, pitched 7 scoreless innings. Tigers went on to win 4-0. And then after the game, our opponents, the Orioles, offered us a deal that we could not refuse. You may have seen it yesterday. They offered us Eddie Murray. And all they wanted in return was Andres Galarraga, which was hard to part with. And they wanted Randy O'Neal, who's a pretty solid pitcher. You see here with his ratings. Eventually, he'll be a major leaguer for the Orioles. And they threw in $150,000, so that covers Eddie Murray's salary for this year. And part of next year, he's only making $240,000. He does go to arbitration at the end of the year, though, so that could come back and bite us. We'll have to see if he's worth re-signing or not. I know it seems like a crazy thing to say, but we do have Greg Brock at first, and he's going to remain there. Eddie Murray will go in to the DH role, and you'll see our lineup as we face the Royals today, who are in first place in the West, 8 games up on Seattle, and a half game better than us for the overall record in the American League. So technically, home field advantage for the playoffs could be in line for today's game. And so let's go ahead and get started. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate each and every one of you to take time to watch these crazy ball games. Like and or subscribe. Here is Tom Feiler. He's going to be pitching today. He's our number 5 starter. We chose him over Brian Kelly, over Jerry Uger, and over Bruce Robbins. So Feiler's our number 5 starter. He gets to start today. Only 1 plate appearance of the current Royals lineup. And all of our bullpen is available. And here's our lineup for today. Dennis Leonard, best record in Major League Baseball. So he's going to be tough today. He's a right-hander. Here's our lineup versus right-handers. Ricky listed as tired. We're going to take him out. So this is not our best lineup. But we are going to put Gibby in the outfield. Miller had the day off yesterday, so he's back in center. And Kevin Bass, who's the hottest Tiger right now offensively, will be in right field once again today. Andre Dawson is the odd man out. And that might be the way it goes the rest of the season. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the Kansas City Royals lineup. Batting leadoff in center field is Willie Wilson. Batting second at second base is Dave Chalk. Batting third at third base is George Brett. Batting cleanup in left field is Otto Velez. Batting fifth and catching is Don Slaught. Batting sixth and DHing is Willie Mays Aikens. Batting seventh at shortstop is Rance Mulliniks. Batting eighth at first base is Pete LaCock. And batting ninth in right field is Bob Baylor. Let's take a look at Tom Feiler real quick here. 4-1 record with that 3.51 ERA. His last outing was his worst outing of the season. Take a look here at his log real quick. Pitched 6 innings. Oh, I'm sorry. That was 2 starts ago against Toronto. He gave up 5 runs in 4 innings. Bounced back a little bit better, giving up 3 runs in 6 innings. More walks to strikeouts. Look at this ratio here. 7 walks to 3 strikeouts in his last 2 starts. More walks than strikeouts against Texas as well. So anyway, he's trending in the wrong direction. And, we do have depth now at starting pitcher, but nobody else that I would really like to throw in there. So maybe Tom Feiler can straighten it out today. It's going to be tough against the best offense in all of baseball. Here's the Tigers' defensive alignment today. As you see, Hatcher back in there after having the day off yesterday, back in there at third. And here is Willie Wilson leading off against Tom Feiler. If you take a look at the Royals lineup here, they have 5 everyday players batting over 300, including George Brett, who leads the American League with a 357 batting average. So here's Willie Wilson with his 323 batting average, grounding out to Whitaker at second, one down. Next up is Dave Chalk. Dave Chalk just took over second base duties from George Orta, who was an all-star, and now he's down in AAA. There's a base hit for Dave Chalk. Runner on first, and here's the best hitter in baseball. Let's take a look at him a little more in depth here. That 357 batting average, his OPS just finally dipped under 1,000. He's got 19 home runs, 94 RBIs in 93 games. He has a considerable lead in RBI. Doesn't walk, doesn't strike out. I mean, great defensive third baseman, all around MVP, I would say, so far this season. Dave Chalk, while we were talking, steals second base, which is not something he does. He does have 4 now, though. So 4 out of 5 on the season for Dave Chalk in scoring position for George Brett. 2-1 count and a ground ball to Trammell. Chalk holds at second. That's 2 down. Here's Otto Velez, who was traded over here from Atlanta. You see, he bounced around quite a bit. Won the World Series last year with Houston. And a balk by Feiler moves Chalk to third. And then a slow roller to short from Velez. And that'll end the inning. So we go to the bottom of the first inning. Let's take a look at the Tigers official lineup rundown. Batting leadoff in center field is Eddie Miller. Batting second in left field is Kirk Gibson. Batting third at third base is Mickey Hatcher. Batting cleanup and DHing today is newly acquired Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy. I'm gonna edit this out. Maybe I'll leave it in. Batting fifth at first base is Greg Brock. Batting sixth and catching is Lance Parrish. Batting seventh at second base is Sweet Lou Whitaker. Batting eighth at shortstop is Alan Trammell. And batting ninth in right field is Kevin Bass. Dennis Leonard, 14-4 on the season. In real life, this was his last year in the majors in 1982. He's got that 4.34 ERA, so he's kind of lost a step when it comes to the peripheral numbers. He does have 107 strikeouts in 155 innings pitched. Opponents are batting .244 against him, 4 complete games, 1 shutout. His fastball tops out at 87 miles an hour. He's a junk ball pitcher. His fastball is his best pitch at 87 miles an hour. He's got a slider, still above average, a changeup, and a curve that he mixes in there. His overall rating is at 86, so, I mean, not what you might expect out of an ace, but pretty solid numbers. And again, he's leading the American League with 14 wins right now. There is the defensive alignment for the Royals with Rance Mulliniks at short winning the Gold Glove last season. Only player on the Royals with a Gold Glove. And here's Eddie Miller leading off against Dennis Leonard. He had the day off yesterday. And Miller grounds out to second to lead off the ball game, 1 down. Gibby up next in the number 2 hole. And he gets a base hit to left. Good job by Gibson. Do we send him? Let's see what their catcher's all about. Don Slaught, pretty solid arm, really known for being a good hitter. He only batted over 300 a couple of times in his career. And what is his percentage? 73%. I think we're going to hit and run with Mickey Hatcher. Hatcher hits a ground ball to third. Only play was to first with Gibby running. So 2 down. Gibby on second. And here's the first at bat in a Tiger uniform for Eddie Murray. And he hits a ground ball to second. And that'll do it. We go to the top of the second inning. And there's no score. Don Slaught, Willie Aikens, and Rance Mulliniks due up. Here's Don Slaught. Line drive into center field. It gets down past Miller for a double. That is Don Slaught's 20th double of the season. So runner in scoring position for Willie Aikens. And Aikens pops it up into foul ground on the first base side, and Brock makes the play. We're going with Brock at first. His defensive ratings are better than Eddie Murray, although Eddie Murray did win the Gold Glove in 1980 in this game. Rance Mulliniks ground ball to first, and Slaught advances to third base. So 2 down for Pete LaCock. And a base hit to left field. Run scores, and it's 1-0 Kansas City. So 2 down, runner on first. Here's Bob Baylor. Bob Baylor played for the Tigers briefly in 1980. We went through that phase where every center fielder that we put in the ball game got injured. On a balk, 2 balks now by Tom Feiler. That'll move LaCock into scoring position for Bob Baylor. And Baylor hits a fly ball into left center field. And that will do it for the top half of the second. So, RBI single for Pete LaCock. It's 1-0 Kansas City. Bottom of the second, here is Greg Brock leading off. And Brock takes strike 3 looking. 1 down. Lance Parrish up next, also looking. Back-to-back Ks for Leonard. And Sweet Lou sends a fly ball to center field. So 1-2-3 inning for the Royals. We go to the top of the third. Back to the top of the lineup with Willie Wilson. The thing about our offense, as Wilson pops up to second onto the outfield grass, is that if we could just stay in the game long enough, I think we're going to do damage eventually. I feel that way about any pitcher. As Chalk grounds out to second. So 2 down for George Brett. And Brett hits a grounder to Hatcher. And good job by Feiler. A 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the third. 1-0. Here's Trammell. Trammell has a home run in his career against Dennis Leonard. And now he has an infield single. Second hit for Detroit. And here's our hottest hitter, Kevin Bass. 4-game hitting streak. Not a ton, but he's got 2 hits in 3 of the 4 games. And a number back to Leonard. Trammell's safe at second as Leonard goes to first to get Bass. 1 down. Runner in scoring position for Eddie Miller. And Miller, that looked like ball 4 as he was swinging, moving Trammell to third with the ground ball to second. And it will be up to Gibby to get that runner in. Gibson had the base hit first time up. And a sharp ground ball to short. And Mulliniks makes the play. So we leave Trammell stranded at third, go to the top of the fourth. Here is Otto Velez. .240 batting average with 11 home runs. One of the few Royals not to take advantage of the stadium settings in Kansas City, as Velez gets a base hit to left, and then he is gunned down by Gibson at second, trying to stretch it. So good job by Gibby. Gibby, we normally use as a DH, but I think he's going to have to go into the left field role with Murray being our DH. So it's good to see him do something positive defensively, as Don Slaught gets the 5th hit against Feiler, an infield single, as Feiler couldn't pick that up quick enough to get him out at first. One down, here is Willie Aikens, and he gaps it into left center field. Slaught, slow running catcher, holds at third. That is Aikens. What is that? His 24th double of the season. So Feiler's got himself in a little bit of a jam here. Do we walk LaCock? It's too early to do that. So we're going to pull the infield in, though. We cannot afford to give up another run. Oh, it's actually Mulliniks that's up. Do we want to walk Mulliniks to get to the first baseman? I think we're gonna play this out. We're gonna pull the infield in, go home if it's a ground ball in the infield. Hey, it's a pop-up. We'll take that. That works as well. Oh no! Come on! Trammell drops the pop-up. Now we did have the infield pulled in, so he had to go back on that to get it. And I guess it's off his glove for the error, and that is costly. That's the kind of thing that makes me think we're in trouble. Now we're going to play back for a double play. First and third, only one out, and LaCock gets a ground ball to short. The Tigers turn 2, and we get out of that jam, so the costly error from Trammell makes it 2-0 Kansas City. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Here's Mickey Hatcher leading off with a fly ball to right. I mean, you do have the best hitters in the game right now with Brett, Slaught, Wilson, Mulliniks, and Murray and Hatcher. So you're going to see a lot. Should see a lot of hits this ball game. There's the first hit for Eddie Murray in a Tigers uniform. 3rd hit overall. Runner on first. Here's Greg Brock. Striking out, swinging this time. 3 Ks for Leonard. And Lance Parrish grounds out to 3rd. Oh, it's an error by Brett. Oh my gosh. That looked like a sure gimme, as Parrish has hit a slow roller, and he's not even fast. It's not like he had to hurry. So first and second, maybe a chance here for the Tigers to get one of those runs back. With Sweet Lou up. Lou only batting .235 though versus right-handers. I don't know why he struggles so much versus righties this year. And he flies out to the left. So the Royals were giving us a shot there, but we could not take advantage of the error. We go to the top of the 5th. Bob Baylor will lead off the inning. Line drive right at Brock, and Brock makes the play. 1 down for Willie Wilson, and Feiler drills him. So there's been a hit by pitch, 2 balks by Feiler, and an error by Trammell. I don't know about that, man. Wilson on first, though. He might be going with Dave Chalk up. No, base hit to right. Wilson into 3rd easily. 1 down. 1st and 3rd. And George Brett up. Line drive right at Brock again. Let's double him up. No. Everybody gets back. 2 down. Here's Otto Velez. Need a strikeout here. Line drive to dead center field. Oh, Miller makes the catch. I thought that got by him. That would have emptied the bases. So, we go to the bottom of the fifth. We have Trammell, Bass, and Miller. Ground ball by Trammell to first. There's one out. Come on, guys. Another ground ball to first. And a ground ball to third. No energy on this team today. After the 4-0 victory yesterday, sweeping the Orioles, they're coming out flat. Sixth inning. Feiler only at 65 pitches and only given up one earned run so far. So, I mean, may as well keep him in there as Don Slaught strikes out. First K for Feiler today. And then Willie Mays Aikens flies out to left. 2 down. And Rance Mulliniks with a ground ball to Trammell. Trammell makes the play. We're going to the bottom of the sixth. Not a lot going on right now. Let's take a look at the in-game stats. Player of the game for the Tigers? I mean, not a lot to go on here. So maybe we have to give it to Feiler. At least he's keeping the Tigers in the ballgame. 2 balks, though. 2 balks and a hit batter. Here's Gibson. He has 1 of the 3 hits for the Tigers today. Flying out to left. Dennis Leonard just throwing junk up there. Hatcher hitless today. Now he's 0 for 3. Eddie Murray up next. And his second hit of the day. There we go. So Murray's doing his part. Do we go for 2? Slow speed with a noodle arm. We're down 2 runs, though. So 1 swing of the bat can tie it. So we're going to say no. And we're going to give Brock a chance here. 0 for 2 on the day with 2 Ks. Oh, no. Oh, I thought that was going to be the 3rd strikeout. Instead, he grounds it back to Leonard. We're still in the ballgame. I mean, it's not like we're getting blown out today, but I don't feel good about our team. 80 pitches. We're going to let LaCock, we're going to let Feiler pitch to LaCock. I just like saying LaCock. Popping out to first. There's 1 down. And Bob Baylor flying out to right center field. 2 quick outs for Feiler. And then Wilson grounds to third. Hatcher had to hurry to get the speedy Wilson. And we go to the bottom of the 7th. All right, let's get it started right here. With Lance Parrish. Parrish walks. There we go. Okay, hit and run situation here. Sweet Lou, 1 for 13 in his career against Leonard. So let's just make some contact and get people moving. Oh no! He swung and missed, and somehow Parrish steals second base. He's got 3 stolen bases this year, and you know they all have to be on missed hit and runs. Okay, so that should have been an out on the base path. Well, there is Whitaker striking out, looking. 1 down. Hey, there's a ground ball by Trammell. It gets past the first baseman, LaCock. Run scores, and it's 2-1 on the RBI single by Trammell. So Trammell on first. We're gonna swing away. We're not gonna hit and run with the number 9 hitter. There we go. That was a good call. Base hit into right. Tigers stringing it together here. So a walk, a strikeout, and 2 base hits. First and second. 1 down. We have some decent speed on the base path with Eddie Miller up. Miller, gosh, he's not he's so dependable that when he goes 0 for 4 like this, you're starting to think maybe the shine is off of him as Gibby grounds out to second. And now I'm thinking I should have maybe did a sacrifice bunt to get those base runners over. Too late now. We go to the top of the 8th. It's 2-1 Kansas City. And I think we're going to let Feiler pitch to Dave Chalk. Chalk is 2 for 3 today with a stolen base. And another hit. Wow. So Chalk has Tom Feiler's number. And that will do it for Tom Feiler. Not a bad outing. We're going to bring in, it's the 8th inning. So we're going to bring in Dave Rucker to face George Brett. Now, Brett hits lefties pretty well, betting 310 versus left-handers, but we could get a double play here maybe with a ground ball. Oh, we'll take a strikeout. Nicely done. And Rucker, now if I remember right, I think Rucker actually gets righties out better than lefties. Yeah, 207 batting average, righties versus Rucker. So we're gonna let him pitch to Otto Velez. Striking him out. Nicely done. Now this is going to be a little more of a challenge. Down Slaught batting 370 versus left-handers. Ground ball to third. And Rucker gets out of the inning. So we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. 2-1. We've got our best hitter up, Mickey Hatcher. Hatcher 0 for 3. George Brett 0 for 4. Brett, because of his crazy season that he's having, he took the all-star spot away from Hatcher. So I think Hatcher's got something to prove, baby! Solo shot to right center field, and the game is tied. Suck it, George Brett. So it's all tied at 2. Here's Eddie Murray. He's 2 for 3 on the day. Oh, man, I just felt like there would be back-to-back jacks there as Murray flies out to center. There's one out. Oh, Greg Brock! Feeling the heat from Eddie Murray. Hits a solo shot into right field, and it is 3-2 Detroit. I knew it. I knew if we could hang in there just long enough that we would find a way. Leonard busts Parrish inside, popping it up to third. 2 down. Here's Lou. Lou 0 for 3 is a strikeout. And he hits a fly ball into left. Leonard officially tired now at 121 pitches. And folks, we are down to our final 3 outs, all left-handers. Comstock does get lefties out decent. Weaver's our closer, and lefty's only betting 200 against him. So we are going to do something a little uncharacteristic. We're going to bring in our closer. I mean, I know we already have a lefty in there, but Rucker pitched his inning. We're going to bring in Roger Weaver. Does pitch well versus lefties. He's got some tough ones here. He's got Aikens, Mulliniks, and Pete LaCock. Defensively, we are going to take out Hatcher and bring in Guy Solars right there. And defensively, we're going to take out Kevin Bass. And we're going to bring in Andre Dawson, who's now been relegated to a defensive replacement. All right. So, yeah, he's a 90 in right, and we have a 92 at third. Can't do much better than that. So here's Willie Aikens. These guys have some pop. And he walks him. Oh, boy. Runner on first. Here's Rance Mulliniks. You know Aikens isn't going to steal. And Mulliniks doesn't bunt, so we don't have to worry about pulling the infield in. Oh, shit. Roger Weaver is bending to the pressure here. Walking back-to-back batters. And the tying run is on second. We got to pull the outfield in now with Pete LaCock up. Now, everybody's got good arms, and Aikens has no speed. Pete LaCock pops it up to third. Plays made by Solars. There we go. One down, first and second. Bob Baylor up. He might want a little revenge against his old team. He doesn't have any power, so he's not going to hit it over their heads. So we're going to pull the outfield in again. And a fly ball into left center field. Gibby makes the play. 2 down. And Willie Wilson's up. Wilson 0 for 3 today. Switch hitter. Batting left-handed, 328. And again, not power, so we're going to bring the outfield in. Man, I don't know if we could do this 3 times in a row, but we're going to try. And a fly ball to left field. That might get him out of it. Gibby. And the Tigers win 3-2. Weaver makes it interesting every time. And we have the best record in the American League now with our 64th win. No trade offers. Let's take a look at the standings. We now have a 5-game lead over New York, who loses. Boston jumps past Baltimore, who are absolutely in a free fall at this point. Seattle, with the Kansas City loss, moves within 7 games. And Kansas City's overall batting average down to 300, which, I mean, that's still amazing. But, yeah, they're struggling a little bit. They're 6-4 in the last 10. We're 9-1. Hey, how many is that in a row for us? That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row. And 9 out of our last 10. So let's take a look at the transactions. No other trades. The Padres sign Juan Eichelberger to a 3-year deal. The 28-year-old making $360,000. And actually, yeah, pretty decent pitcher. And then the Rangers first baseman, Pat Putnam. I mean, he hasn't played in the majors in 2 years, so. Okay, we're going to pull up the box score and get out of here. Tigers win 3-2. Player of the game is Greg Brock, who hit the game-winning home run. That was Brock's 16th of the season. Hatcher hit his 15th. He looked like the hero there for a minute until Brock put it into the right field bleachers. Dave Rucker gets his 8th win, all in relief. Struck out 2 in that inning. Weaver gets his 14th save. He does it the hard way, though, by walking the first 2 batters that he faced. Tom Fowler pitched pretty well, considering. And Dennis Leonard, hard luck loser, falls to 14-5. So a great game there for the Tigers. I'm feeling kind of invincible right now. We're going to come back and play game 2 of the 3-game series tomorrow. Until then, everyone, have a great night.